cash as cash can. And can you believe that your cash in the cache can also win you a cache of cash by cashing your cash into the cache? Okay, with that said, my tongue has been completely ruined. So anyway, yeah, this is Rise of the Triad, and we're playing episode 4, Area 4, Diamonds and Rust. This level already deserves huge kudos for giving you the flame wall in the first 5 seconds. So that's already a good reason to like it, although yeah, this level at least is a definite improvement from the previous level, which was really boring as hell, but yeah. While this one, once again, is really not on par gameplay-wise with most of the game, at least this level is decent, and this level is also responsible for one of the most cherished features that you see in first-person shooters nowadays. You better believe it, today Rise of the Triad is making history. And it's a really good thing that I brought the Dark Staff along, because once again there's a shitload of enemies into this area and you don't really get enough missile weapons into this level, so you really need to play this level in the correct way in order to make it so that you won't be running out of ammo. Also, lucking out on random power-ups is always a good thing. This map also is pretty symmetrical. This level is separated into 2 sections that share pretty much the same geometry and room layout and all of this, even though most of the level do look different and make it so that, well, you really won't be mixed with one part of the level or the other, but yeah, into the first part into the level, you pretty much have to do the key hunting, which is really straightforward and really not hard to do. It's the second part of the... Oh, thank you, I really needed that. But yeah, the second part of the level is really not as linear, it's a little bit more exploration-like, and you have to find the right way in order to make it so that you'll be able to reach the exit. Or reach the exit that you want to take, because this level also has the secret exit into this level, and I really wouldn't take it, but hey, I do need to show the secret level, do I? But believe me, I'm really not looking forward to it, because the secret level of episode 4 is bar none the worst level in the entire game. Oh boy, do I look forward to that. One thing that I also need to tell about this level that I might not be showcasing properly into this video is that this level is a real fucking bastard. Also, that push wall confused me as hell whenever I was a child, if only because, well, I really didn't know that this wall was any pushable, so yeah, that's kind of a bad design decision, but then again. So we need to press this switch here in order to be done with this level, because this will move away a pillar which is blocking the way to the exit, and in order to be able to reach that switch we first need to go to this monk infested area. And yeah, by the way, this level features nothing but monks, so you better get ready for enjoyment of shooting monks for 1,000,000 of hours with your machine gun if you're not careful and don't approach this level the way that it's meant to be appreciated. Oh god, I really can't say appreciated, because I really don't know if there are any people who even like this episode, because, well, I gotta say, this is one of the better levels from episode 4. I gotta say, at least the map design for this level is pretty interesting, but, well, it's the problem with most of episode 4. The monks are not fun enemies to fight. They're just really tedious. They have too much health. They're really too easy to beat, if only because, like I said into the previous update, they're in a constant pain state whenever you shoot them with your machine gun. And also, yeah, it's even boring just to shoot at them, because you don't even get any kind of feedback. Also, notice the monks that have died into the corner of our eye while we were busy shooting this monk. Oh, make sure that you hide into those little alcoves, just in case that there are dead fire monks that are willing to snipe you, such as this. Once again, traps make short work of the work that we were not supposed to do. And yeah, getting past this flame wall or something is kind of a bitch, because you really need to run along the flames in order not to die, which is kind of tricky. Oh yeah, that brings me back to the thing that I wanted to say earlier, and I completely got sidetracked. This level really is a bitch, because it's really one of the harder levels from the episode. It's kind of merciless, and finally, if you're going for the secret exit, it's even worse. While one monk is not threatening, a whole lot of them are, especially when they're of the Deathfire variety. And yeah, now that we have Mercury mode, we can finally do this with the monk. We can squish them, and this is where you see how boring the monks sound when you're killing them. Yeah, what kind of grunting is this? When they're dying, they sound bored. It's like, I'm dying, whatever. Just wake me up whenever my nap will be done. Oh boy. Yeah, and they really sound like that, by the way. I've done extensive research in order to figure this out. Yeah, the dead fire monks don't even fare that better too. Even their death animation is kinda not interesting because they just stop existing. Their clothes just decide that they're not welcome anymore in their bodies and they drop on the floor. And with that said, we're gonna see slash fiction involving the monks and your character. Oh god, I wish I could remove those images from my head. But anyway, yeah, we were lucky once again because we got a dog mode, and if we got an Astro mode into that random power-up, we would have died because there would have pretty much been no way that we could make it back through the spin blade infested passage. But here, instead of us dying, it's the monks. Get munched down for an hour, you asshole. Oh, how I wish I could be saying, hey, that's the end of this level, but no, we have to take the secret exit instead. So, since that we're protected by this barrier here, we're gonna abuse barking at the enemy in order to kill those enemies. Yeah, we had to bark at them like 5 times before they died. Remember, kids, when you're making your first-person shooters, more hit points mean that it's better. But hey, at least we're gonna squish a whole lot more people now that we have this little Mercury mode. And yeah, don't bother with the pink doors. In fact, they're locked, and as far as I know, there's not even a way to open it. And besides, there are only enemies behind those doors. But hey, once again, I don't even know how you even open these doors. So yeah, those doors are kinda useless. I swear that at some parts, through the development of the game and the creation of the maps, I really believe that Tom Hall wanted to set up some more ambushes into his levels, but yeah, he kind of forgot to put them all, because yeah, if you remember, I think it was in episode 3 Area 5, where there were some push walls that you had to push yourself, and all that there were into the rooms were pretty much like monster closets, so yeah. That's pretty much what I'm talking about here, and I think it's pretty much the same case with this level. There, now you're dead for real, and not only undead. So basically, your reward for killing the million of monks that you saw into this room were basically into the place where we barked at a whole bunch of monks in order to kill them is 2 extra lives. We've got the first of the bunch here, and we need to go to the other side of the room in order to get the rest, and yeah. I'm not gonna let this monk stomp on me, this is not Super Mario Brother. Instead, it's the cheap knockoff version that involves monks instead, and yeah, what is he doing? He's stuck into the disc that is supposed to be descending. I guess I could kill him, but letting him live is a way bigger punishment, so... Alright, we're finally done. Time to hit the secret exit. And this is how you do it. First of all, you need to get this armor here because we're gonna have to go through a gauntlet of fire, but you're also gonna need this asbestos armor for something else, and you also need this firebomb. The firebomb is your main tool into getting to the secret exit. As we finish making our way through this gauntlet of fire and blades, get ready to see a grand premiere in first-person shooter history. How do we get over this wall? And this is how rocket jumping has been invented into first-person shooters. Forget about Quake, Rise of the Triad did it first in 1995. But the bad news is, doing all of this cool feat only nets us the worst fucking level in the whole game. Also, don't worry if you cannot get dog mode over here, because yeah, sometimes the monk will do all the work for you by squishing all of his comrades. In fact, you can kill pretty much half of the monks over here, or more, without even doing anything. So that's it for Diamonds and Rust. Stay tuned for the secret level of episode 4, Switch Around. But first, here's a war story rendered in heart form.